All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to the short track at North Wilkesboro. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series hits North Wilkesboro Speedway tonight for a 130-lap race. It's race number 6 of the season. It's a little short track, a lot of room to move here, but this thing is a little tough, man. A little loose here tonight. You got to hang on to it. Who's got what it takes to bring home the victory? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, a little short track action headed for you tonight here on TurnLeftTV. It's the Buschwackers Series Friday night racing. It's race number 6, and it's North Wilkesboro. Let's get this party started. All right, hey, thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. We've got a good one here for you tonight, man. It is North Wilkesboro. Race number 6 of the season. 130 laps. I have 135 laps there, man. What am I thinking? Thanks so much for joining us here. I'm Heath Johnson, your broadcaster commentator here at TurnLeftTV, owner of High Octane Racing League. And a fun track here tonight. Short track action on a Friday night in the Xfinity Series. Take a look at the schedule here. This is race number 6, so we're on the back half of the season. Did I say 130 laps? I guess it's 135 laps. I don't know what I'm talking about here, man. I guess we'll figure it out. And then I've had a busy week, man. Really rough, busy week here. So cut me a break a little bit. Coming up next week will be at Pocono Raceway. Indianapolis Motor Speedway coming up on December the 1st. Gateway Raceway on 8th December. And then finishing out the season at California Speedway on the 15th of December. Man, are you kidding me? Are we almost in December? My gosh, where is the year gone, huh? But some good tracks here in the back half, man. We're starting off with a great short track in North Wilkesboro. Kudos to Mike Schreiner for making this track and getting it out here at RF2. Much needed. And it's a fun track, too. Did a great job on it. Good eye candy there and fun to drive. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. Are you interested in an rFactor 2 server? Well, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. No matter where you are in the world, EliteHostingUSA.com can provide you with a server in your local area. And that's who provides our servers here at HighOctaneRacing.net. How about some WordPress hosting and online store hosting, or some VPS hosting or shared web hosting? Also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. And again, that's who provides our service here at HighOctaneRacing.net. Don't head on over there, man. You'll get the quick link to our Discord server where we do most of our business. But you can update the point standing schedules, all that jazz right there at HighOctaneRacing.net. Do I see that 9 car back on the track? Is that Tony Furtado that I see? What in the world? Tony's wife said, okay, you can race. Good to see Tony out, man. We definitely missed him. One of our old guard, high-octane racing guys, man. Great to see him. Some more racing headed your way this weekend. The High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. Oh my gosh. Daytona Road Course coming up tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And wow, this is going to be a good one. It's race number 4 of the season. 60-minute race from Daytona Road Course, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live right here on TurnLeftTV. I want to thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Peace to everybody out there. Thanks for showing up and watching these videos, whether it's live or on replay. Don't forget, man, if you want to get this video out there for people to see, hit that thumbs up button, man. And people check out the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And then smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live here on TurnLeftTV. Really appreciate each and every one of you that come out and watch these races, the subscribers as well. Don't forget you can share my videos with your friends on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. You are more than welcome to share mine here at TurnLeftTV. Getting some chatters coming in here. How about this? Givaldo kicking it off here. He said, hey, man, hope an excellent transmission and broadcast and developing my Portuguese language. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit better with that pronunciation. But Givaldo had the chance to race with NASCAR BR and race alongside Givaldo and the great Brazilian drivers that are my close friends. And I was excited for that, man. Had a fun race, unfortunately. For me, it ended early, and I had to park my car, but I think I had a little bit of a, I can't even remember what happened, man. I think it blew the engine or something. I can't even remember exactly what happened there, but nonetheless, it's fun. NASCAR BR doing some truck series racing on Monday nights, and some of our High Octane Racing League guys were headed over there to help those guys out and join our friends on the track. They do a great job of supporting us here at High Octane Racing League, so definitely returning the favor. Racing with some of the guys that are out here tonight, man. Archer races, also Givaldo races, and I would expect maybe Gilmar might show up here. Maybe Claudio might show up here in a little bit. Franco Alvarez out here as well. Getting some quals in. Franco's going to be fast here tonight. So the 83 Tire Pros sponsored Chevy. Let's see what kind of time he lays down. 2 laps of quals. And Franco laid down a 19.844 on lap number 1. Gives everybody else something to shoot for, huh? Alvarez off the turn. So a 19.844 for Franco Alvarez. Take a look at that Gordon Carter here in the 56. That Gordon Carter actually just finished up his lap. How about Dennis Schuderchin in the 47 car? Right now, Alvarez a top time with an 8.44. Vieta is second, Carter third, Grover fourth, Jacobs right now in fifth. .47 here of Dennis Yudichin. First time lap, he's got a little bit of work to do, I think. 20.499. He's got a little work to do here for lap number 2. Vieta is second. He's finished up his qual attempt. Right now we just have Yudichin and I believe Stanley. I don't know, or actually, Yudichin and Stanley are. Yudichin up to the 8th position with that run there. So good run there for him, moving up the grid just a little bit. I think Stanley's going to start in the back. I think he's had some controller issues, so he's going to opt to start in the back so he doesn't blast anybody else's race. So quals, you got about 7 minutes left to go, but pretty much everybody has done their qualification laps there, so we get an idea of what that's going to be. We'll give you the official standings after quals are over. Let's take a look at the point standings coming into tonight's race. Arthur Vieta has a 20-point lead over Sean Jacobs. Craig Marizon not here tonight. He sits third in points. Gordon Carter fourth. John Stanley sits fifth in points tonight coming into tonight's race. Coming in, or starting, or how about the sixth is Todd Robillard, Javaldo Spindler seventh, Jomar Peixoto eighth, Dennis Yudichin ninth, and Dana Grover 10th coming into tonight's race. Back half at points, you see Steve Pierce, Gladio Bardelli Jr., Eugene Fedorov, Thiago Gomez, and Jesus Iglesias. I think I saw Jesus actually log into rFactor. I know he's busted his hand up pretty bad, so prayers to him. Richie Dovar, Dan Richter, Benor Silva, Dan Chesmore, and Julio Caligari. I think Dan Chesmore has actually dropped out of Friday night's league, so he will continue probably to fall down there in the standings. But that's the top 20 in standings. And that's going to do it for our qualification session. So again, thanks for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. Let's get this party started. All right, welcome back here to TurnLeftTV and the High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series. Tonight we are at North Wilkesboro. And this is 135 laps, so that's actually correct. My banner for the broadcast isn't correct, but this one is. Hey, how about the tough trucks? We had a great race on Tuesday at Iowa Speedway. Great turnout, great race, fantastic race, man. The races are just getting better and better and better. 100-lap race coming up from Texas Motor Speedway coming up on Tuesday, November the 21st. It's race number 8 of the season, and we're winding down that season, man. Who's going to be the first champion in the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks? Oh, I tell you what, it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Actually, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Texas here on TurnLeftTV in the Truck Series. Saturday Night Thunder will be in action at North Wilkesboro tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Race number 5. It's a 135-lap race in the Cup Series. And it'll be very, very interesting to see how those cars behave here at North Wilkesboro tomorrow. The Cup Series, the big boys, race number 5 of this season. Our quals have ended here. We'll give you the official results very, very shortly. Got our team calculating the results. Can't wait for that GT3 Series race coming up tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Daytona Road Course. I'm either going to be driving in it or broadcasting it, depending on how many drivers we have come out. If we have a big field, I'll just stream it live. If not, I'll get in the driver's seat and mix it up. I'll try to get that Ferrari around and maybe get a top 5 finish. Who knows? Daytona Road Course, 60-minute race. And qual will start at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looks like quals have ended here in the Buschwackers Series, and we'll take a look at the results. Session results here in the quals. Franco Alvarez, good to see Franco out again. That Tire Pro sponsored Chevy will start P1. Arthur Fietta, our points leader here in the season, starts in the second position. Gordon Carter, Dana Grover start row 2. Row 3, Sean Jacobs, Todd Robillard, Ritsky Novar, Dennis Shudichin start in row number 4. Row number 5 will be Dan Richter and Givaldo Spindola. Starting in the 11th position, Steve Pearson, the 51 car. Tony Furtado starts in the 12th position. Great to see Tony back out here racing with us. And John Stanley in that 12 car will start P13. John has elected not to qualify. He's been having some trouble with the pedals on his controller, so he just wants to make sure he's not in everybody's way. And, that really speaks to, that racing sense that John Stanley has and that etiquette that he has. He's really one of the nicest guys out there. I'm not sure we could find a nicer guy than John Stanley, really. Take a look at Sean Jacobs here in that 24. He's a really nice guy, too. Those old guard HORL guys racing out here with us tonight. We got about 8.5 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. This will be a good time, I think, to show you my race keys. Need to make these Ritz keys race keys. How about that? Make him come up with the race keys each week and just call it Ritzky's Race Keys. Ritzky, if you're listening, I know you're racing tonight. If you're watching this broadcast, either live or on replay, hit me up. Let me know what you think. The race keys. Ritzky's Race Keys. North Wilkesboro Speedway. Race keys are manage those tires. This is not super bad on tires, but man, if you want to get this car turned and not have it turn too much, you need to manage your tires. Make good pit stops. Exercise a little bit of patience this track. Race this track too. Own the traffic, man. Once you start winding around here and getting into some lap traffic, you got to own that traffic and find a rhythm here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Those are my keys to the race here tonight. My pick to win this race. I think the last time I picked him, he won the race. So there's my pick, and that is Todd Robillard. He likes these short tracks, and you know, this might be his night here. Got Tony Furtado, man, coming out here in the 9 car. Great to see Tony back. He's been working really, really hard here for quite a while, and finally getting a chance to relax a little bit. Pit stops 30 miles per hour. This could be a big deal here tonight, man. It's fairly quick track for the short track, and pit road speed is a little slow. We might get some speeding penalties. So how about Trucks VR coming in here cheering on Dana tonight, huh? Sandro Kelmer. How about Sandro Kelmer, man? I haven't seen him on the track in a long time. Great music at the entrance. I'll tell you what, Sandro, send me a message on Discord with the timestamp of when you hear that song, and I'll tell you which one it is. How about that? Hopefully Sandro is doing okay. Summertime there, or wait a minute, getting ready to be summertime, I guess. You're in the middle of spring. All right, boys and girls, I got my pick in. My pick is Todd Robillard here tonight. Who's your pick? All right, it's North Wilkesboro tonight. It is the High Octane Racing League Buschwackers Series, and we're getting ready to get this party started, boys and girls. I am excited about this one, man. Great short track action.
Non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Some great short track action headed your way. Here we go, boys and girls. 135 laps race. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster and commentator here at TurnLeftTV. Race number 6 of the season, the starting order. Franco Alvarez in the 83 starts P1. Archie Vieta starts in the second position. Gordon Carter starts in P3. Dana Grover starts 4th in that 89 car. Starting in the 5th position will be Sean Jacobs in the 24. Todd Robillard in the 90 starts 6th. Ritsky Novar in the 10th car starts 7th. Dennis Shooter in that 47 car starts in P8. Starting in the 9th position will be Dan Richter in the 65 car. Givaldo Spindle in the 68 starts in P10. Steve Pearson at 51, Captain Morgan sponsor machine, starts 11th. And Tony Furtado starts in P12. Starting at 13th is the 12 car of John Stanley. A lot of keys to the race here tonight. Manage those tires. This can be a little tough on tires here. Make good pit stops. Make sure you're patient here in traffic. Own the traffic, but be patient and find a rhythm here at this track. Going to be a fun one here tonight in the Buschwackers series. North Wilkesboro. And we'd like to see Sandro Kelmer back out on the track, man. That guy is a Brazilian racing legend. Raced with him for a long time ago. Great to see Sandro. 83 and the 4. We got an all South American front row here. Argentinian driver Franco Alvarez and our Brazilian champion. And both those guys champions, man. Brazilian driver number 4, Arthur Vieira. Points leader. Lights are out on the pace car. Getting ready to rock and roll. Maybe we do 2 laps here? Nope. Well, I guess we've already done 2 laps. Maybe that pace car coming off the track. It looks like he was wanting to get back up on the track. Here we go. We're up on the wheel here at North Wilkesboro. Aaron Holloway is picking Dana Grover here tonight.
Green flag, green flag. Go,
All right,
go.
green, green, green. Alvarez, good start in that Tire Pro sponsor machine. Hit on using that outside line, though. He had a good surge there coming off the turn. Back up onto the back of Franco Alvarez. Dana Grover running in P3. And Gordon Carter 4th. Robillard is 5th. Grover looking pretty sporty right now in that 89 car. Get out of the front of Dana Grover's machine at Arthur Vieira. Grover down to the inside there. That is legal here. Touching a little bit of that concrete. Across the start-finish line. And now he's challenging Arthur Vieira. Dana Grover in the 89. Made a great truck race the other night. And Dana Grover now up to the 2nd position. So good pass there, Dana Grover. Battle for P4. Todd Robillard and Gordon Carter battling it out. The 56, Gordon Carter up on the high side. 90 of Todd Robillard in that Sunoco sponsor machine on that bottom side. Robillard tucks in the Sunoco sponsor Chevy. Dan Richter in the 6th position. That 89 car. Boom Boo Rum sponsor machine. Got a little TurnLeftTV on that car, so we got to root for him, huh? Got to root for him. Dana Grover here now taking the race lead. Let's take a look at that pass. Dana Grover in the 89 on the bottom side of the 83, and Dana Grover looking sporty here right now. Muscling his way through, getting around the 83 car. So Grover in the 89, now taking over P1. Alvarez back to the 2nd position. Yet a 3rd, Carter 4th, Robillard rounding out the top 5. Let's take a look at Sean Jacobs. Jacobs running in the 7th position in that 24 car. Ritsky Novar in the 10, just behind him in P8. And look at that, Tony Furtado running in the 9th position in the 9 car. Right now, this Vulcan sponsor machine trying to hang on to the back of that 9 car. Excuse me, that 65 car, I should say. Take a look at Ritsky Novar racing all the way from Indonesia, man. How about that? great driver. He's done a lot of work for us here at High Octane Racing League. I talked about that last week and helping us out with car sets, GT3, Indy cars, BTCC. He's done some great work here for us. So, and he's going to be working on, I think he's accepted my request or responded to my request with helping us out with a Truck Series car set. Tony Furtado in his first race back, man. I'll tell you what, looks like he hadn't lost anything here. He's ready to rock and roll. Having a good night here so far. He's running in the 9th position. So good to see him. Now Franco Alvarez here and Artur Vieta. Vieta down to the inside. Franco Alvarez. Artur Vieta in that 4 car. Franco Alvarez in the 83 side-by-side racing here. And the 4 car going to muscle his way through, picking up P2. So Vieta now up to the 2nd position as Dana Grover continuing to lead, and he's actually pulled away a little bit, about half a second lead. Oh, we might have lost Vieta. Oh my gosh, man. I think we just lost Artur Vieta. Oh, no. He's had some issues here. Now, I've noticed there's been a Windows update, too. I didn't update Windows, but maybe that has to do with maybe the server situation. There's some Artur Vieta. Oh, my heavens. He worked his way up to P2. My heavens, man. Take a look at Dennis Judichin running in that 47 car, running in the 9th position. A tough break for Artur Vieta, man. He's had some connection issues in the past, and we hopefully will be able to get those worked out for him, figure out what's going on. What a tough break there for Vieta.
Yellow.
We got a yellow flag here. Might be Vieta trying to get back in. I'm not sure. Don't see any spins or anything. That might be Vieta rejoining the race, or rejoining the server. So first caution flag, not a, that's maybe an admin type of caution or debris on the track. So our first caution flag, it looks like might have been when Vieta rejoined the race. He is 5 laps down, but he wants to get some racing in. And what a it's kind of a tough break there. You know, he'd just taken the lead. And gets disconnected. Take a look at our side-by-side view here as Alvarez coming down pit lane. Also Dana Grover coming down pit lane. On board here with Alvarez, looking ahead at Dana Grover. So 30 miles an hour, man, you could like run faster than that pit road speed. Well, maybe not. Might have been a slight exaggeration as Alvarez tucks into his pit stall. Dana Grover in his pit stall. Steve Pierce shown as a race leader now in that 51 car. Artur Vieta back out on the track. Good to see Artur out, back out again. Get some laps in, hoping maybe for a caution flag. He's going to start maybe try to get a wave around or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work, but maybe he'll get a lap back here. Every little bit helps. So it looks like Steve Pierce coming down pit lane in that 51 Captain Morgan sponsored Camaro. Painting him a truck that's going to look very much like that. I'm going to use a little bit different coloration, I think, and maybe some different striping. I'm not sure, but painting him a truck. Same sponsorship. Franco Alvarez in the 83 is shown as the race leader. The 4 car now getting the longest line, or starting in the back of the field here. So he's going to hope for a caution flag and the lucky dog. So he is the only car not on the lead lap. So Alvarez, I think, is going to start on the inside line. That puts Gordon Carter in the 56 up on the outside line. 19 laps in here as Ricky Novar, Tony Furtado will start side by side, P3, P4. And Franco has said, I want the inside line. A couple of these guys have decided to take 2 tires here, too, a little gamble. You know, this track's a little slick here, so you're going to have to be really, really careful on those 2 tire stops. Pace car's off. Here we go. Get ready to go back green. And the Tire Pro sponsor machine, Franco Alvarez, will lead the field to take the green flag. Hugo Correa, good to see Hugo, man.
Green flag,
Whoa!
go, go, go.
Hugo Gelson Neto. He needs to be out here racing with us, baby. Here we go. And Arthur, I was reading a text message there. Franco Alvarez, big jump there. Is Gordon Carter running in second, but Alvarez got a good start. Hugo Correa, good to see Hugo out. We got a mess back here. Look at this, man. Ritsky Dovar, also Dan Richter side by side. Great battle here between the 10 and the 65. 10 using that outside line. The 65 slinging that car down on the bottom line. And they are side by side now. Again, a little bit of a muscle there off the turn, and the 65 tucks in. Dennis Schutich and Dana Grover here having a slugfest right now. 47 of Dennis Schutich on the bottom line. The 89 of Dana Grover up on the outside line. And Dana Grover got a little bit of a head of steam. Can he clear the 47 car? The 47, whoa, boy, got tight right there. 47, hold on. Oh, he tucks in. Wow, that was close. Put a piece of paper between the two of those guys. There's a 47 now back into 6th position as Todd Robillard working on the bottom side of the 47. Robillard in that 90, that Sunoco Ultra sponsored machine, getting by the 47. Todd Robillard now moving up to P6. Unitship back to 7th position. The guy on the move right now is Dana Grover. Grover in his 89 car. Closing in on Dan Richter. Franco Alvarez the leader. Carter second. Novar third. Richter fourth. Dana Grover in fifth. Robillard now catching the 47 car. Robillard getting by the 47. The Sunoco sponsor machine now up to 6th. Unichin back to P7. Sean Jacobs in this mix now too. Sean Jacobs in the 24. trying to work his way back. On that disconnect, he warped back and lost about 4 positions. He was lucky there was no damage to that Vulcan sponsor machine. Now he is working on the back of Dennis Udichin. On board here with Sean Jacobs in his Camaro. Dennis Udichin in the Toyota just ahead. Now it's Jacobs trying to dive in that corner a little bit. Not able to pull off that pass yet. Take a look at Franco Alvarez still leading the field here in the 83. We got a battle behind him. Dan Richter, Ritsky Novar, good battle. Also Dana Grover in the mix. Ritsky Novar running in P3. Take a look at Gordon Carter in the second position. 56 car, not letting that 83 get away from it. About 7/10 of a second separate the two of those guys. Now Udichin falling back here as Robillard gets by. Also Jacobs, Tony Furtado, Givaldo, John Stanley, all those guys getting by. And I don't know if this 47 car, now he stayed out. It maybe only took 2 tires here as the 9 car. Tony Furtado in that Valvoline sponsored Camaro now gets by. Oh, Udichin hit the wall right there. Udichin smacked that inside wall, and he's got some big time damage on the inside of that car. He had to now try to work his way back to the front. The 51, Steve Pierce trying to get by, but Udichin absolutely annihilated that wall. Holy smokes, that was a hard lick there for Udichin. Let's take a look here and see if we can get another look at that. Right there, that inside wall. Inside wall contact there for Udichin. We'll take a look one more time. Take a look right here. Take a look at that. We stop on that and then slam on the wall. Wow. You don't often see that slamming that inside wall, but that thing got loose on him. He chased it right into the wall. Look at this battle here, the 10 and the 89. The 90 in this mix as well. So Ritsky Novar, Dana Grover having a little international fight right now. And Robillard going to make it 3 wide? No way. Don't do that, baby. That is bad news to go 3 wide here. The 89 fighting hard on the outside line. Ritsky Novar on the inside. He's wanting to get by. Not able to pull off that pass yet. And Robillard going to the outside line following Dana Grover. Ritsky Novar sticking with the inside, and that Ultra-sponsored, Sunoco-sponsored number 90 car. Oh, boy, is he going to be able to hold off that charge by the 10. And Robillard pulls off that pass. Snooker's old Ritsky Novar. John Stanley in the 12 car, there he is. Controller problems and all. He is making it happen now, up to the 8th position. John Staple Gun Stanley in the 12, die-hard sponsored Ford Mustang. And now pulls off the pass on Tony Furtado. 12 of John Stanley up to P8. Furtado back to the 9th position. Givaldo Spindle in the 68 car. Yeah, he has been climbing up the grid, man. I'll tell you what, that racecraft has improved. He's getting better and better finishes. And a 68 right now running in P10. Good top 10 run here for him. Franco Alvarez is leader, but that lead has diminished. It's now down below 0.5 of a second. So remember, it was about 0.7 last time we checked. And Gordon Carter close it in on the 83 car. Sean Jacobs in the 24, Ritsky Novar in the 10. This battle is for the 6th position. Sean Jacobs inching ahead. Can he pull off this pass? Boy, that is close right there. Sean Jacobs in that Vulcan-sponsored Cal U Vulcans number 24 car, pulling off that pass on Ritsky Novar. And Sean Jacobs now up to P6. Novar back to the 7th position. Take a look at Steve Pierce in the 51 car, running in the 11th position in that Captain Morgan sponsor machine. So a good little run here for him. Patient driver. Oh, he might have slammed that outside wall coming off the turn. Maybe a little bit of right side damage. Scraping some Captain Morgan logo off that car. Onto the outside wall. And that 51 car now going to have to mind his P's and Q's there to keep that car from getting into the wall again. He's going to have a little bit of right side damage. You see the 68 car gets up into the wall. Scrubs off a little speed. Steve Pierce. Oh, the 68. Oh, he missed that turn. 68 car. Now that 51 down on the bottom side. Side by side here between the 68 and 51. Givaldo up on the outside line. Steve Pierce on this inside line. Side by side there. Steve Pierce backs off. Dennis Schuderchen getting into this mix. Captain Morgan sponsor machine wants to get around that 68. 68's been into the wall a couple times. Steve Pierce backing off, being a little patient. Now he's got the 47 car on the backside. You find the backside camera somewhere. Oh, God. Hey, how you doing, Steve? There's normally a backside camera there. I have no idea where it's at, but you have to go through 65,000 camera views to get to it. Franco Alvarez doesn't need a backside camera to figure out where he's at. He's all out of the front of his car right now, and he's opened up that gap on Gordon Carter. Carter had closed in within about 0.4 of a second. Now it's 1.3, 1.4 second gap. Dan Richter's moved up the grid. He is in P3 in a 65 car. Got a big win last week. And you make it 2 in a row. Here we are 47 laps in. Dennis Schuderchen says, hey, I'm going to work my way back up through the field here. This 47 car battling the 51. Dennis Schuderchen racing all the way from Kharkiv, Ukraine. Now picking up the 11th position. Steve Pierce back to P12. And the fastest guy, I think, right now is the guy that's 4 laps down after getting disconnected, and that is the 4 of Artur Vieta. And right now, it doesn't look like a race that's going to have many caution flags. We'll keep our fingers crossed there. I don't mean to jinx it. But Artur Vieta now running in the 13th position, 4 laps down. He is our points leader, so he's looking at a points night here. Alvarez, pretty comfortable lead here in his first race back in quite a while. Franco does a great job of painting cars too, man. He loves to mess around with Photoshop, and really fantastic. Look at that paint scheme right there. I mean, he did that paint scheme. He did the Sean Jacobs paint scheme. He's done quite a few for us here at High Octane Racing League. See that battle there for P2, tighten it up a little bit. John Stanley there in the 12 car. You see Tony Furtado coming by, Givaldo, Dennis Schuderchen, and Steve Pierce. And there is Franco Alvarez. Look at Gordon Carter here trying to hold off a charge by that 65 car. I know there's a backside camera there. Oh, there it is. Whoa, a whole lot of that Boom Boo Rum sponsor machine down on the, maybe he saw me focus in on those guys. He said, this is time to get myself on camera here. The 65 down to the inside line. There's a palindrome right there, 65-56. I'm back to the palindrome thing. Look up palindrome in the dictionary. You'll see what I'm talking about. 56 now falls back to the 3rd position. As the 65, Dan Richter moves up to P2. He has worked his way up through the field and now shown in the 2nd position. Dennis Schuderchen trying to work his way back up, now closing in on the 68 car. And Dennis Schuderchen in the 47, battling the 68 at Givaldo Spindola. Tony Furtado. Oh, no, Tony Furtado! Little bit loose right there. Whoa! That car got loose on him. He chased it down the track. That thing is loose for him. Givaldo up the track a little bit. And that 9 car got wicked, wicked loose. Did you see that? My heavens, man. Let's take a look here at Tony Furtado again. And his car is going to get absolutely wicked loose. Look at that thing. That thing is wrecked right there. And he hangs on to it. Great job, Tony Furtado. And that lets those guys go around, apologizing to those guys. And he did a great job of holding on to that thing. Wow. Tony Furtado, man. See if we can get another look at that. On board here with Tony Furtado. Watch him work this wheel. Put it off the rack. Watch this. Counter steering. Look at that, man. I mean, he is on ice right there. Wow. Steve Pierce getting around and says, good job. Hold on to that thing. Wow. So maybe these tires starting to give up a little bit. 12 current viewers, man. I feel like Aerosmith right now. Okay, they get 13 viewers. I'm not quite Aerosmith. Now rolling up on some lap traffic here is Franco Alvarez rolling up on Dennis Schutichin. That may be some bad news for Artur Vieta about getting some laps back. Givaldo now the lucky, actually Dennis now the lucky dog position. Franco Alvarez the leader and get some word that maybe Tony Furtado might be coming down pit lane. And that is exactly what's happening. Tony Furtado on pit lane. He said, I've had enough. I need some new tires on this thing. Now Tony Furtado makes his way down pit lane here on lap 62. Tell you what, man, the races here in the Buschwackers series this season have been clean, clean, clean. A lot of great racing. Been very, very impressed with what's going on with this series. So Furtado in the 9 car now finishing up his pit stop. A little bit early pit stop. That might not be a bad idea. I mean, he was wicked loose. 2.5 second gap there between P1 and P2 as Furtado finishing up his pit stop. 30 miles an hour. Very, very slow here on pit lane at North Wilkesboro. Oh no, the 9 car coming down pit lane maybe got caught speeding. The 9 car might have got caught speeding here. Oh my heavens, man. Speeding on pit lane. And that is devastating here at this track. What a tough break there, man. What a tough break there for Tony Furtado in his first race back. But I'll tell you what, Tony Furtado did a great job here tonight so far. I mean, he's really had a good car on the track. Got a little bit loose, but he's had some his first race back in a long time, man. It's really, really been a long time to see Tony Furtado out here, but we're so happy to see him. Dennis Schutichin now shown 1 lap down on the lucky dog position. Good news there for Artur Vieta, gains another position as Tony's had some trouble there, and Artur Vieta on pit lane, and he might end up giving that position back as Vieta making a pit stop. You're just looking at a points night here tonight, I think, for him. 5 laps down, and probably going to go a little bit more here as he's on pit lane. Here we are, 71 laps in, and Franco Alvarez is the leader. Great battle here as now the 24 car is starting to move up. 24 car catching up to that 90. Sean Jacobs getting it around Todd Robillard, and Sean Jacobs looking fast right now in that Vulcan sponsored machine. He passed Todd Robillard in a hurry. So Jacobs up to P5. How about this battle here? Givaldo Spindola and Steve Pierce. Pearson at Captain Morgan sponsor machine to 68. Givaldo up on the outside line. And they had a little battle there earlier, and Givaldo was able to hold on to that outside line. Steve tried that inside and wasn't able to pull off the pass. And Steve Pierce has to hold off to the 11th position as Givaldo is in P10. And now Franco Alvarez is in some traffic here. Getting around Steve Pierce. So Franco Alvarez in the 83 making that pass. Now going down to the bottom line and getting around Givaldo. Givaldo giving him a lot of room. And I'll tell you what, man, it's not just Givaldo. The atmosphere that we have right now at High Octane Racing, there's been some changes, and the atmosphere right here, as I've talked to the other drivers, has been so positive. And it's a palpable change that we've seen here at High Octane Racing League. Man, just a bunch of positive drivers, respectful, oh boy, whoa, right there, that 9 car about 8 that 10 car. That 9 car on those fresher tires about swallowed up that 10 car. Woo, boy, did a great job of getting out of the throttle there, getting on the brakes. Holy smokes. And I think Todd Robillard on pit lane. Wow, we got some racing going on. Even though it may not be lead lap racing between those guys, it's still some good racing. And Robillard on pit lane as Franco Alvarez continuing to lead. Back here and check on our race leader, Franco Alvarez, and Todd Robillard on pit lane. And I was talking about, Todd really on Friday nights here has set the tone. I mean, guys really, really respect him. He's got that calm, even keel demeanor, respectful of all the drivers. And like I said, here at High Octane Racing League, in the truck series, the Buschwackers, the Saturday Night Thunder, I mean, the positivity has been just absolutely palpable, man. And it's been a big, big change. We love what we're seeing here at High Octane Racing League. Guys being really respectful of each other, giving each other room, communicating. No yelling at anybody, no name calling, none of that stuff. That stuff is over. So it's been awesome. And you see Franco Alvarez giving up the race lead to come down pit lane. That's going to give the race lead to Dana Grover in the 89 car. So the 90 back up on the track. And we got some more guys on pit lane. Got Ritsky Novar ducking into his pit stall in that 10 car. Good look at the 10 there as he makes his pit stop. And Dana Grover now making a pit stops here in the 89 car. Dana Grover on pit lane as you see Ritzky Novart finishing up his pit stall, battling the 24th. Sean Jacobs on pit lane. Side by side right there between those guys. You see how Ritzky gave Sean that room. And that's just exemplifies what I was talking about. As now Dana Grover in the 89 making a pit stop here. Great looking paint scheme there. He's got that Arrowhead sponsor machine in his pit stall. And that's going to give the race lead to the 47, Dennis Udichin. Look at that mess we got going on right here. As Furtado on fresher tires trying to get around. He is in a hurry right now. John Stanley in the 12. Right now, John Stanley running in P11. We're taking a look at Dennis Udichin, who is our race leader. He's a little bit off sequence with the rest of these guys as far as pit stops. So that may end up working out in his favor. It does that sometimes. I'm not that smart to be able to work that math in my head to figure out how many pit stops I'm going to do, if I'm going to pit early, pit late, whatever. I just can't do it. I'm going to have that calculator working in mine. The batteries are dead. So Dennis Udichin now, I'll tell you what, when you talk about popular drivers here at High Octane Racing League, you definitely have to put Dennis Udichin in that category. He is a really, really cool dude, and guys really like him. He gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning to come out here and race with us. So that is awesome, and we so much appreciate Dennis Udichin as he makes his pit stop here in this 47 car. Franco Alvarez back to the race lead as Udichin on pit lane. And Alvarez got a lot of heat, when he came out, and he was immediately winning races and so forth. And guys were some of the guys were kind of raising eyebrows and so forth. We put an end to that pretty quickly, I think. But Alvarez does some painting for us, a lot of hard racing, and he's not able. He's not one to back down from a fight. And he's also a guy that sort of goes into a race and figures out what he's going to have to do here. Am I going to be able to do this on 2 pit stops? What lap am I going to plan on stopping? He does that kind of thing before he comes out to race. He's not just coming out and winging it like I do. He figures it out. And right now, here he is leading the race, and he's got a pretty big lead after pit stops. Dan Richter running in P2 in the 65 car. Givaldo's on pit lane in the 68. So the 68 Givaldo Spindola making his pit stop here on lap 93. See this side-by-side view here. We take a look at the 68 on pit lane, taking some service. See how hard that pit crew's working. It'd be nice if they had pit crew members running around the car like they do in iRacing and how they had back in, NASCAR 4, NASCAR Racing 2003. Come on. As Givaldo finishing up his pit stop. Givaldo is the only man in Brazil with a High Octane Racing League hat. All right, man, 97 laps in. We've only had one caution flag, and it wasn't because of a wreck either. It was a DQ, or a disconnect, I should say. And here we are now, 98 laps in, and Franco Alvarez is the leader. Dan Richter in second, Gordon Carter third, Dana Grover in the fourth position. Some little different pit stop sequence stuff going on with some of these guys. And now Franco Alvarez looking to try to put down Dana Grover. A little bit of lap traffic there with the 12 car, but Dana Grover, Gordon Carter. Did I say Dana Grover? I meant Gordon Carter trying to hold on, stay on that lead lap, bring in P3. So a little bit different pit stop strategy out of these guys. Tony Furtado and Steve Pierce. It's like Tony Furtado in the 9, Steve Pierce on pit lane, and Tony Furtado going to pick up a position. Steve Pierce now back to P12 as Furtado is in the 11th position. Furtado's had some trouble here tonight with those pit road speeding issues under green. Dan Richter is running in P2 in that 65 car. At 14 seconds down, and Alvarez picking him up, putting him down right now in this long run. 103 laps in, and I see Viana coming back out on the track. Take a look at Gordon Carter here in the 56 car, running into third position. High Place Moving sponsored Camaro. And Tony Furtado indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. And the Valvoline sponsored machine. And Furtado now peeling off the track to come down pit lane. He's learned his lesson here. He's going to keep that car under 30 miles per hour. And it is snail's pace. Absolutely snail's pace for him under green flag conditions, of course. Take a look at Dana Grover here running in the fourth position, the 89 car. Arrowhead paint scheme. Races at Trax VR, but tonight racing from home. So he's racing the different paint scheme. Whenever he races at Trax VR, he races the Trax VR sponsored 89 car. Those guys in Calgary, Canada. Trax VR providing a place for sim racers to come and race. And what a great facility they have there, too. Seen some pictures that I've been surfing their website and checking it out. I mean, I'm a long way from Calgary when I live in the United States, Indiana here. So, but I've seen Dana is racing. The Trax VR guys get on here and chat it up as well. And they provide a great place for Dana and others to do some sim racing. And they cheer them on, too, while they're doing it. How about that, man? That's awesome. Take a look at this. Sean Jacobs now catching up to Don Robillard here on lap 109, the 24. Battling the 90 car. This is for P5. And the 24 car going to get around. And now Sean Jacobs going to get around the lap car there. Givaldo Spindle on board here with Sean Jacobs. Looking out of the back of his machine at 68, giving the 90 a lot of room right there. And Todd Robillard going to get by. And he's back to the 6th position as Sean Jacobs up to P5. John Stanley's worked his way up here through traffic a little bit. He's up to P8, and he started in the back because he was worried about his pedals. He's had some trouble with the pedals, kind of losing signal and slamming on the brakes. So he's been a little gun shy here tonight with respect to that stuff. Die-Hard sponsored Ford Mustang running in P8. Just ahead of him is Ritsky Novar running in the 10th position. Or excuse me, running in the 7th position in the 10 car. About 1.8 seconds off of P6. Take a look at that gap there between Robillard and Novar. P6, P7. About 1.7 seconds as we look. Now 1.9. Robillard kind of opening up a gap there on Novar. Take a look at Archer Vieta here. He has had such a tough night, 15 laps down. And he may have gotten even caught speeding, so he's given up some more time. But he's looking at a points night here tonight. That's what he's doing. He's going way down to that inside, letting these guys race, getting out of the way, and he's just looking at a points night here. He's not going to get those laps back. He's just looking at points here, and he's running in the 13th position. He lost his connection, too. He had a very fast car. He was closing in on Alvarez, but he lost his connection and now has rejoined. We had a caution flag during the rejoin, and that's been our only caution. Here we are 117 laps in. Take a look at Givaldo Spindler here in the 68 car, running in P10. 4 laps down. Steve Pierce running in the 11th spot. In the 51 car. This will wear you out, man. I mean, I like, a track or a race where you may have a couple caution flags just to give me a break. This track right here, a flat-out wear you out. And the 51 doing a pretty good job here tonight, trying to crack the top 10. Got to close in on Givaldo to do that. Right now, running in P11 is Steve Pierce. Take a look at that battle there. He's 2.6 seconds behind Givaldo. Take a look at the standings there as far as where the manufacturers are. Franco Alvarez, the leader in the Chevy. Dan Richter second in that Ford. Another Chevy there. Gordon Carter running in third. The Toyota, Dana Grover, one of 3 in the field. He's the top Toyota running in P4. Sean Jacobs in the Chevy. Tom Rublard also a Chevy. Novar Toyota. And Stanley running in 8th in the Ford. Dennis Schuterich in 9th in the Toyota, and Givaldo Spindler in the Chevy. So a good parity here in the top 10. A couple Fords there, 3 Toyotas, and 4 Chevys. As now Alvarez in the 83 trying to close in on Dan Richter and put him a lap down. Ten laps to go here tonight. As Franco Alvarez in the 83 came to kick some butt here tonight, and right now it seems like he's doing it. Dan Richter in the 65 car wanting to stay on the lead lap here. You never know, man. We might have a late race caution and mix things up here a little bit. This race is not over. Everybody's sort of content where they are right now. And a lot of action here as far as passing on the track. Starting to get a little lap traffic ahead, though. Little mess brewing up here just ahead of them. But take a look at some of these guys battling it out. Take a look at Ritsky Novar, John Stanley, 4 of Artivieta, so a little bit messy up here just ahead. Take a look at this. Sean Jacobs and Dana Grover here getting after it. This guy's side by side. And Sean Jacobs getting around Dana Grover, 24 car, but Dana Grover says, not so fast, my man. So Grover and Jacobs battling it out here for the 4th position. What a slugfest. This is lap 132. Both these guys wanting the 4th position. Grover on the inside has that position right now. And battling Sean Jacobs. Great battle here. Dana Grover and Sean Jacobs having a fist fight right now. As we watch Franco Alvarez. Take a look at that side-by-side view there as Sean Jacobs clears Dana Grover. There's 2 laps to go. Franco Alvarez across the start-finish line. We'll have 1 to go. Franco Alvarez in the 83. 1 lap to go here for him. Franco Alvarez in his first race back in a while in the 83 car, the Tire Pro sponsored Chevy Camaro, burning him off there coming off the turn and gets the race win here at North Wilkesboro. So congratulations to Franco Alvarez on getting the win. So a great job to Franco Alvarez on getting the win here at North Wilkesboro. I hate this, trying to fly this thing around as they're doing their... When they go a different direction, your camera automatically goes another way. There we go. Finally got it. So congratulations to Franco Alvarez getting the win here at North Wilkesboro. What a great run there for him. Wow. And he absolutely came to kick some butt here tonight. Domination is right. Hugo Correa. So great job there to Franco Alvarez. Been a while since we've seen him in victory lane. We'll take a look at the final results here. And Franco Alvarez gets the big win. Dan Richter finishes in the second position. Gordon Carter, another great run there for him, finishes in P3. Sean Jacobs fourth. Dana Grover and Sean Jacobs had a great battle. Dana Grover comes out in the fifth position. Todd Rublard finishes sixth. Ritzky Nobar seventh. John Stanley finishes in the eighth position. Dennis Udich in ninth. And Givaldo Spindola finishes in the 10th position. Finishing in P11 is Steve Pierce in the 51 car. Tony Furtado finishes 12th, and Arthur Vieira finishes in P13. So a great job to Franco Alvarez on getting the win here at North Wilkesboro. See, we move this car over just a little bit. There we go. So we'll take a look at, hopefully we'll get Alvarez up here in the booth with us. All right, we're joined up here in the booth by Franco Alvarez. And what a dominating performance in that Tire Pros sponsored Chevy. Great job to you, and your first race back in a while. And really, what was the difference there between you and the rest of the field here?
Hey, Heath. Hey, everybody watching the race. Oh, man. What fun track. Holy cow. Yeah, my Tire Pros Chevy Camaro was rotating so well through the corners. Like, my speed to the middle of the corner was so fast that I just could keep a pace really consistent and just open a gap progressively.
Well, a lot of guys got caught speeding on pit lane with that slow speed limit there, 30 miles per hour. You know, you were lucky enough not to get caught, but, you know, where on pit lane do you think those guys have that trouble? As soon as they get on pit lane, as they're leaving their pit stall, you know, where is it the guys have most of the trouble there on pit lane?
I will say probably everywhere. I almost sped up a couple of times as well because I was putting 2 or 3% of input throttle and I was speeding up. So you literally need to go like throttle zero. Like it was so difficult to keep the speed. So yeah, literally everywhere.
Well, one thing that I've noticed on the track here this season, and of course this is your first race back in a while, first race of the season, was the positivity and the, you know, really the gentleman-like behavior that we saw here tonight with all the guys in practice, you know, warm up and throughout the race as well. Did you notice that as well?
I did, and I'm really glad I'm racing here still because we are here to have fun. Like, a win is a win, that's good, but we are here to have some fun. And if you can have some fun while having some laugh with other people, it's fantastic. Like, it's the goal for everybody here, I think.
Well, next week we'll be at Pocono Raceway. Personally, I hate that track. How do you feel about the Tricky Triangle?
I not only hate the track, I am insanely bad at the track. So I don't think I'm gonna show up. Maybe.
Well, I don't know, man. You don't have to win every race, but you come out and show up, mix it up, and let these guys beat up on you a little bit.
But I just hate the track. So let's see. Maybe yes, maybe no. But hey, I'm thankful to be here tonight. Thank you for all the guys for the race. Only one caution because of a rejoin. So great racing today.
Yeah, congratulations, Franco. Good to see you back out here racing with us, and thanks for all the work you've done here painting cars for High Octane Racing League, and excited to see you back out here on the track.
Thank you very much, and I want to dedicate this race to your mom, so I hope she races in pace. So thanks, guys, and I see you
thank you, man. All right, that's Franco Alvarez joining us up here in the booth, and what a thoughtful end to that conversation. I appreciate that. As you don't know, I lost my mom earlier this week, and really hesitated to, whether I was even going to broadcast this race tonight. But I thought, I could sit around and mope, or I can, kind of get back at least to some normalcy in some of my life. But thanks to all those folks, all my racing buddies, all the people out there that have sent me thank you or condolences and so forth, and checked on me and so forth. I really appreciate that. Thanks a lot. Your racing buddies are your real buddies, real friends in life too. So thanks to those guys. Really appreciate it. Well, we got some more racing headed your way this weekend. We'll be at Daytona Road Course for a 60-minute race coming up tomorrow. If we don't have a huge field, I'm going to get out of the broadcast booth and get in the car. I actually love Daytona Road Course. I'm going to try to see if I can sling that Ferrari around. I'd like to see a big field. I'd like to be able to broadcast this live for you. So it really depends on how many drivers we have. With the GT3 series, have been somewhere around 9-10 drivers or so, and that includes me. So it's been a little bit lighter field. I think there's another league that's got some stuff that people have committed to, but hopefully we'll see some guys out at Daytona Road Course. Have enough guys, we'll broadcast it live. Otherwise, I'm going to get out of the broadcast booth and get in the driver's seat. Nonetheless, Daytona Road Course coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Tough Trucks will be back in action on Tuesday, November the 21st at Texas Motor Speedway. 100-lap race. Man, did they have a great one at Iowa this last Tuesday. So coming up, race number 8. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV coming up on November the 21st. Saturday Night Thunder will be in action tomorrow night from right here at North Wilkesboro. The Cup Series in action for a 135-lap race. The High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That's EliteHostingUSA.com. No matter where you are in the world, EliteHostingUSA.com can provide you with servers for your best pings. And I want to say thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Hugo, thank you, man, for your condolences and chatting in here with me as well. Love to see you out here on the racetrack when we have that IndyCar series coming up. Right after the GT3 series, we'll be back doing IndyCars. I love Indy, man. I live about 45 miles away from Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and that's my home. I love that track, and I love IndyCars. So can't wait for that series to get back in action. And Hugo, definitely going to be one of those guys I want to see on the track. Thanks so much for joining me here. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up button. Get this video out there for people to see. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I always want those subscribers. You can share my videos with all your friends. And also, don't forget to smash that bell and get updates when races are going live right here on TurnLeftTV. Thanks so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Congratulations to Franco Alvarez. That's going to do it for me tonight. I am out of here.